Guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, I work with a lot of men who are afraid that their partner's on the edge of leaving them. It can be hard to tell if the love is solid or not between two people, especially if you're not used to testing it. And many of these men feel that they might actually be driving her away with their behaviors, but they can't seem to stop doing what they know is making things go wrong. So guys out there right now, let me ask you this. Are you worried that she's going to leave you? Or have you noticed a growing distance in your relationship and you're not sure why? Do you want to make sure that you don't drive her away? If so, this video is for you. We're going to take a look into the modern struggles of satisfying a woman's needs and how most men have no idea what to do. Most guys are clueless when it comes to emotional intimacy, stability, connection, and what women actually want from them. So we're going to talk you through establishing that safety, intimacy, and stability through authentic masculinity. I am Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist, and I make relationships better. Shout out to all of my new members who are coming in today and viewing this. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. And all of my new viewers who are also coming in, I appreciate you. You're here for a good one today because we're going to dive deep into the true essence of what masculinity means in the modern dating world, in relationships, and why most women are looking to you for this guidance and safety now more than ever. Now, unfortunately, a lot of guys are not embracing their natural masculinity. But without embracing this crucial part of yourself, you might accidentally drive away an amazing partner who is otherwise an excellent match for you. You're not screwing up with a bad person who's incompatible. You are failing that compatibility test, even though it's a great match. So by embracing this aspect of yourself, you can actually draw that woman closer to you and maintain a healthy, loving bond. There's not really an in-between here. You're either going to push her away by fakeness and failing masculinity, or you're going to draw her in by embracing who you are. I'm going to show you how to do that second part, especially with 8 pivotal ways, 8 pillars to fortify your masculine presence. By the end of this video, you will have the tools to reignite that bond if it feels like it's falling apart, and let her bask in her feminine energy in your presence. She will want to stay with you for life once you get that right. So let's get started. So the modern dilemma is that a huge portion of women here in the West, especially in America, are stuck in their masculine energy all the time, day after day. I've got a big TikTok presence and a ton of women flood into the comments complaining about the men in their life forcing them into a masculine role of deciding, of protecting, of leading, of stabilizing, and of being disciplined. She feels pushed into her masculine presence over and over and over. Now, this can also happen if women grew up with weak fathers who didn't provide masculine guidance. She'll look to you for even more masculine guidance. And if you aren't, she'll be even more resentful. Now, they will experience a dwindling passion toward their male partners if this happens, because she feels that she loses respect for you, she feels you are not providing for her, and she doesn't feel safe or stable in the relationship. That is the man's role to provide. And the men then see her respect and attraction dying in front of their eyes. So he'll try harder to win her back, to make her happy. It's endless appeasing and approving, because a lot of men spent their early childhood appeasing their mother and earning approval. That's how men today feel safe. But it's not right, and it's not what women want. She withdraws even more because now you're acting like a child to a mother, and that's the opposite of what she wants. She is even more in a masculine role. So it just gets worse. Finally, the frustrations go through the roof. Resentments are out of control. Voices get raised and bonds shatter. So many relationships are breaking apart because of this dynamic. This needs to get fixed right now. So if women being in their masculine energy all the time is the problem, men stepping fully into their masculine energy is the answer. Without doing this, all of your relationships will struggle. You will not reach a place where you can have a great relationship without doing this. Now, genuine masculinity creates a safety net for her to be her true self. It creates a structure above as well, a foundation and a roof. It is the structure she lives safely within. Men build walls, they build rooftops, they cover, they protect, they shelter, they provide mentally, physically, emotionally. This is what men have done throughout all of history to some extent or another. This is what masculinity does. I'm going to show you how to build 8 pillars as you build this structure. Your structure of masculine shelter will have 8 pillars that hold up that powerful roof. Now, instead of her feeling unstable, insecure, resentful, afraid, worried, and disconnected, and non-attracted to you, as you build this, she will find respect for you. She will admire you. She will trust you. She will lean into you. She will become more feminine and more loving because you allow her the safety to let down her walls because your walls are sufficient. You build walls so that she doesn't have to. I hope that's clear. Now, I had a man come in from my coaching who was not stepping into his masculine energy. His wife was all the time having to provide stability, security. He would just come home, check out for the day. Come home, check out for the day. Go to his job, say, I'm providing enough. No, you're not. You are providing finances, but no stability. You are emotionally unstable. You are not emotionally disciplined. She can't trust you, so she has to step in and build protective walls because you check out. When he fixed this, he fixed the whole relationship. When he stepped into his place, when he followed these 8 pillars I'm about to lay out for you, the relationship grew. She became feminine and warm and loving and affectionate, and she looked at him like a teenager in love. If you want that, follow these 8 pillars I'm about to lay out for you. Okay, as we go through these pillars, I'm going to explain them. I'm going to name them, explain them, and illustrate them. You with me? Number 1 pillar about masculine approach is clear, direct communication. How am I connecting with you here today? Am I saying, well, you guys, you might think about this and, there's some challenges? No, I am right on here with you saying this is a problem. This is why things are happening. You can fix this. Here's what you're going to do. Clear, direct communication. You do not have to be a jerk. You can be clear and honest while still being kind. Not nice, but kind. It means expressing thoughts and intentions without ambiguity. It is not covering. It is revealing. Male communication reveals and drives toward a solution. There's no blame. Drive toward a solution. Number 2, masculinity is goal-driven. You don't drift endlessly through fun and hedonism or avoiding pain or avoiding fear. You are aiming toward a goal and you are going there. And it's a goal that your team, your family, can follow you on because they love it too. Masculine men have a goal they are aiming for. They're not aimless. Number 3 pillar, solution-oriented. You address challenges head on and say, okay, this sucks. What are we going to do about it? This is an unpleasant issue that we're dealing with. How will we solve it? You don't sit there and cry and complain and feel hopeless. You say, okay, I don't know the solution. I need to find someone who does. Let me hire somebody. Let me hire a coach. Let me hire Adam to help fix our attachment issues. Let me hire Steve to show me how to do business. Let me hire Sally over here to do accounting for us. Let me find somebody who has the answers. It is solution-oriented so that you solve problems and get toward that goal. Number 4, masculinity provides guidance in crisis. You navigate through the uncertain. Who do you want at the head of the ship when you're in the middle of a storm? Somebody who's whining and crying about how the storm is scary, or somebody who is calm and steady and says, I've got this. We are going to chart our pathway through this. Let's go. Masculinity is goal-oriented, action-oriented, and focused. We are designed through evolution and through all kinds of processes to focus on solving issues during stress points. We even have more receptors in our brain than women do for vasopressin, which is a hormone released when we solve problems together. When we overcome challenges together, we bond better than women do because we are built for crisis. Lean into that. Don't run away from it. Number 5, emotional fortitude, calm, discipline over your feelings. I think every man in the world has read Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, but what they get wrong is that it's not about killing your feelings. Stoicism is about feeling them, resolving them, not being mastered by them, but mastering them, and then using them as information to build a reasonable response. Emotional fortitude, calm, clarity. Master your emotions. Don't strangle them. Master them. Safety assurance is number 6. Physical and emotional protection, so that you are protecting others also emotionally, so they can come to you when they're scared and you don't make it worse. You make it better. So they can come to you when they feel that they have a grievance against you and you can resolve it with them instead of beating them down and treating them like a subordinate. Emotional safety so that they don't have to be hard because you can be. Safety. Number 7, back to emotional discipline, keeping those emotions in check. This means understanding them, understanding how you feel, maybe fixing your attachment issues if you have them. I've only talked about them 300 times on this channel, so get them fixed if you have them. Some of you guys have been watching this for 2 years and you're saying, yeah, I really need to take care of those. Get them fixed. If you know that you are lacking discipline in an area of your mind, fix that. Step up and be proactive. Build your discipline so others can rely on you. And number 8, unyielding stability. All of these come together to create unyielding stability. During an earthquake, where do you go? Do you run into a room with just a little roof and tons of windows? No, you go probably toward the bathroom, which is closer in the house and contained. Few windows, large braces. You go into a stairwell. You go into a tight, compacted space that is protected where the frame itself will shield you. You go somewhere stable, unyielding, somewhere strong. A man's job is not to move. It is to be immovable unless he chooses to move. If you are being moved, you are not reliable. If you refuse to move without reason, you are masculine. Now, these 8 pillars prop up and build the roof of the house. This builds the structure that everybody else can nurture and shelter under and be safe. So start doing these 8 things immediately to embrace your masculine self. And if that's confusing, if that's not clear enough, let me give you some even clearer steps to start doing these 8 things. Number 1, first, make a decision. Men plant a flag and defend it. It's time for you to decide if you want to build those 8 pillars or be a wandering nomad that nobody can rely on. Make your decision. Plant your flag and start building. Only then can others rely on you and shelter under your roof. Until then, you are a wandering nomad or you are a child sheltering under somebody else's roof. Build your building with those 8 pillars. The next thing you need to do is continuous reflection, regular introspection on alignment with those 8 pillars. Where are you at? Check in on them. Write all 8 of them down and then give yourself a score 1 to 10 and then check in every week with if you're improving. Engage in conversations with your partner about where you're at. Her voice is a compass. Don't be afraid of her concerns. Use them to find gaps in the roof and then repair them. Tell her that's what you're doing. Build her trust in you as you go forward. Men thrive with accountability. Create accountability. You know what else men thrive with? Counsel from other men. Mentorship. Gaining wisdom from those who have walked the path ahead of you. Male presence is incredibly important, so finding accountability and sharpening your approach with insights from male friends and family is mandatory. You keep your pillars strong by looking for weaknesses and getting other builders involved to inspect it for you. Hey, can you check these for me? I need a smarter eye than I've got. Tell me where I'm weak. Tell me where I could be stronger. And all of this allows you to nurture mutual growth. You are not just creating a place for her to lay down there and go to sleep. It's creating a space for her to bloom in her feminine energy, to respond to your masculine energy. Encourage feedback from her so you grow and she can grow. A house is just a roof, but feminine energy makes it a home. Give her the space to build the home under your roof and then enjoy that home. Build it together. This is not you alone against the world. It is you on the outside and her on the inside. That's the dynamic here. So guys, embrace masculinity as a journey. It's not a destination. It's an ongoing, continuous path of growth and refinement. You will deepen your connection with her. You'll have mutual respect with her and an ever-burning flame of desire. And you'll have the satisfaction of building and sheltering others. This is the essence of masculinity. Men come to me all the time, miserable, and say, I have no value. And I say, who are you building and sheltering for? That's the answer most men are looking for. Now, if you need help, I am here to help. I can dive deeper into this realm of emotional stability, emotional discipline, and security in order to help you solidify your understanding of yourself and master yourself. If you have attachment issues, you are not master of yourself. Your fear is probably the master of you, and that is why you are not happy, she's not happy, and you are not the masculine self that you can and should be. Let me know if you need some coaching. I am here to help. Guys, true masculinity is not ever about being domineering over others. It's about establishing safety, reliability, and prosperity for others to grow. Now, if you want to maintain an enduring bond with her, masculinity is your biggest asset. Embrace your masculine energy. Let her flourish in her femininity and build an unparalleled bond for life. Align with these 8 pillars. Be her anchor. Build the roof. And stand tall in your masculinity. Defy norms or insecurity. Who cares what the world has to say about your masculinity and who you should be so that they can be comfortable? You need to build this with people who want this from you. So invest today for a harmonious relationship tomorrow. Reach out for help here. If you need help, find insecurities in yourself. You want to repair issues before you build an issue into your roof. You want to make sure your roof is strong and that you haven't sabotaged yourself. Reach out. I'm here to help. Drop me a comment. I'm Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist, and I make relationships better. And to see what this looks like in a marriage, I'll see you in the next video called 3 Secrets I Keep from My Wife. These secrets are going to surprise you, and I will see you there.